Hulk smash.
She-Hulk slay. That was terrible. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I really regret saying that now. That was really bad. So She-Hulk started out in July of this year, I think. There was 9 episodes.
I think you're
We'll
right.
say July. And honestly, from the get-go, I really enjoyed it. I loved the aspects of the fourth wall breaking. I love the fact that it was very different from the rest of the MCU shows that we've gotten, which is starting to become a common thread, is that most of the shows we get are very different from the other shows that we get.
Yeah.
And that's nice, right? Like, it's good to have these character-centric, one character. Of course, we have side characters and stuff, but like in these movies, they gotta be, going so fast, and you don't really get to dive deep into it. And so, like, She-Hulk, we get to know Jen.
Yeah.
Like, we really know Jen by the end of the show. Had some twists and turns. Of course, the courtroom stuff, all those fun things.
Yeah.
But I gotta say, the way it ended may be my favorite ending of any Marvel show. Marvel show for sure, and probably a lot of the movies.
Yeah.
While I was watching it, I was like, I could see a world where this might be my new number one. I don't think it is, but I could see a world where that would be the case. But I loved it 100%. Maggie, how did you feel about She-Hulk?
I really liked it. Strong female lead is kind of nice.
Yeah.
And learn to accept yourself,
And she was real.
And she was real. Yeah.
Yeah.
And, it was just funny because she's got a family just like anybody else would. And has parents that are crazy about her, but it's overwhelming for her at times about how crazy they are for her.
Yeah.
She's got a really good best friend, and I really liked all the courtroom stuff, the lawyer stuff. That was really good.
Fun. Yeah.
It was nice. Yeah, I really liked it.
Sweet. So, would you recommend people need to check this out?
Oh yeah, I think so.
I think so too. I think as far as this being an MCU show, as far as that goes, like, what will this really deal with the MCU as a whole, right? Like, how will this impact anything? And I think there's definitely some strong ties to MCU. If you've not seen it at all, I'm not going to give anything away. But I think there's definitely some things in here that we will see for sure revisited. For sure. But honestly, I would say the strength of this show is not its ties to the MCU. I would say the strength of this show is Jen.
Yeah.
The main characters, like all of them. And honestly, just the story and how smart the writers were in knowing exactly how the shitty side of the internet was going to take some of this stuff and actively respond to it in the next episode, even though obviously this was filmed months ago, maybe even a year ago. It's just, I think it's worth watching just because it's a great show and it's a great character. It's a like you said, a strong female lead, and she's not, I don't know the best way to put it, but like, she's not like some destined warrior.
No.
She's not some femme fatale.
No.
Like, she's just a regular woman. But that's what's awesome about it. Like, that's what makes her great. And I don't know. I really enjoyed it. Like, if Viv watches this show at some point, like, I think I would be happy for her to watch it and take some strengths from Jen. Absolutely.
Yeah,
I think she's a
definitely.
great role model, and she's not perfect, and I know that, and I think that's what makes her a great role model.
I agree.
Obviously there are some more mature themes in this show, so I'm not telling everybody go set your 4 or 5 year old down to watch She-Hulk or anything like that, but I do think that in a world that we live in where there's kids watch Grease and they're like, oh, to have men love me I have to change everything about myself. I think that She-Hulk definitely stands heads and shoulders above those as a quality place for little girls.
Yes, absolutely. I agree.
All right. Anything else you want to say pre-spoilers?
No, I don't think so.
All right. Let's get into the spoilers. Spoilers. That's right, everybody. This is the She-Hulk spoilers. You have been warned. We've said it like 4 times. Check the time codes below if you would like to skip over this. I probably should have said that before I said we're going into the spoiler section so that people knew what to do. Anyway, let's get into spoilers. Maggie, I can't believe She-Hulk was dead the whole time. It was insane when we just woke up and there was her casket. Turned out she was dead.
She's dead. Along with Bruce.
Her and Bruce, both just dead.
Dead as doorknobs.
Dead as any dead thing has ever been dead.
Dead.
No, what was your favorite spoiler from the series?
Daredevil.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty easy, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it was great.
Yeah.
I mean, Daredevil, just having Matt back, it was wonderful, you know? And, like, really getting to see him, in some ways, be happy.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Yeah, it was.
Like, Daredevil, the show, is fantastic and definitely worth watching. It's one of those things where, like, it's sometimes just so dire, you know? And it's like... just it sucks. I want him to be happy, you know. Yeah. Like getting him to see him actually legit happy for a moment was, and like, and not with it like happiness in spite of not needing to be happy or you know acceptance or anything like that. Like he was just happy, and it was not. It was just nice to see that. And their chemistry was fantastic. Like I'm almost bummed that Daredevil's getting a series on Disney Plus because I would much rather just see him be a cast member on She-Hulk because it was so good. And, I mean, the way the show ends, like, I mean, they're gonna have to deal with that in some way. Yeah. I mean, does she show up in Daredevil? Is there She-Hulk season 2 that happens before Daredevil season? Yeah. Whatever. Hulk's son,
Scar.
They did it. We all thought that might be where the Hulk was going. I remember us asking when that happened, you know, where the hell is the Hulk going? And now we know. He went to...
and we both stood up out of our seats.
We did. We screamed. He was like, no way.
And our kid was just like looking up. I was like, why are they standing up?
This is so weird. It's so random. I mean, it's not random. Like, it's in the stories and stuff. Like, it's in the comics. But, like, I'm curious to see what happens here. And like what is up, like just I don't know, everything about him, like his hair, his clothes, he looks like he could be a little piece of shit, but he looks like he could also be super sweet, you know? He's got that Sean Hunter aspect to him, you know. Ryder Strong, a porn name if I've ever heard one. That's his name. That's his real name.
I know.
But of course, I think the best thing in the entire series, obviously, was the finale. Like,
God, he ate it up,
dude,
guys.
They murdered the fourth wall, and I loved it. Holy shit! When it went to the Disney Plus menu, and like it looked like Disney, I loved that. I thought that was so perfect, you know. And the fact that she chose Assembled. Yeah. Like it almost feels like they made Marvel's Assembled just so they could have this joke in She-Hulk.
They probably did.
No. I mean, it's there behind the scenes.
No.
But yeah, I just loved all that. And like, there's obviously been some talk of, you know, what does this mean? Like, is this legit our world? Because obviously Kevin Feige in our world is not a robot, you know. And like the riders in the scene weren't really the riders, except one of them was. And so like, you know, honestly, I don't think any of that matters. Like, nah. It's honestly okay. I don't want to spoil this. I'll just say it reminds me a lot, and for anybody that's read it knows, it reminds me a lot of Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it at that because I don't want to give anything away. That is a great book, and you should definitely read it. He just goes around and kills everybody, like everyone. Blade, Spider-Man.
Oh, so it's like Squirrel Girl taking down everybody in the Marvel Universe.
Yes.
But she doesn't kill anybody, though. I don't think.
I think that followed.
That was funny. I've got that one. It's funny.
But anyway, I definitely, you know, I thought that was great. I don't know. I don't really have any qualms with this show. I didn't think this is where the show was going to go in the final episode, considering where we were in the episode before last. You know, with her like hulking out or whatever you want to call it. You know, so I mean, when they decided to do this, and honestly, I remember as we were watching it, I even looked at you and I was like, who's writing this? Like the ethereal writer within the context of her fourth wall breaking, like who's doing this? I was almost expecting like a Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck situation where like Bugs is actually drawing Daffy's cartoon. Yeah. Like I thought they were just gonna pull back, and it turned out someone, you know, what's her name? I can't think of her name. Titania?
Yeah, Titania.
That like somehow she's
doing
had been writing her scripts or something. Like I don't know. And like I was fine with the way it went. It was a lot.
Yeah.
Like, and it's not that it felt like it came out of nowhere. Like I definitely think it was earned. It's just different, you know. Like I almost wish there would have been a little more setup of the writers screwing with her earlier on. Like it felt like that didn't really happen until this episode. I would have loved in like, you know, the first few episodes her to have said something, you know, to the effect of, why is this happening? Which I know, obviously in the second to last episode, she talks about going to the gala, and she's like, shouldn't this episode be over? It doesn't feel like it should be done by now. And so like, I know there's been subtle things, but I would have really liked there being something a little bit
definitely.
more. So.
Yeah.
Which honestly is going to be a constant theme in the three things we talked about today. So we'll get into those. But Maggie, anything you would like to say spoilery before we rank She-Hulk?
I'm thinking.
Any thoughts about Megan Thee Stallion?
I love that scene.
It was great. And behind the scenes of that is so fantastic.
It's the best. No, I don't really have anything else to add.
All right.